I've always had an affinity for old, eerie tales, and when I moved into the house on Blackthorn Lane, I thought I had found the perfect setting for my own story. It was a magnificent Victorian mansion with tall, narrow windows, its walls cloaked in ivy. The house's past whispered through its creaking floors and shadowed corners, and I was drawn to the mysteries that lurked within its walls. My name is Thomas, and my fascination with the supernatural had led me here. It wasn't long before I discovered that the house on Blackthorn Lane had a history as haunting as the stories I adored. On my first night, the wind whispered ominously through the towering oak trees that surrounded the house. As I explored the dimly lit rooms, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes following my every move. In the weeks that followed, strange occurrences became a nightly routine. Objects moved of their own accord, disembodied voices whispered in the dead of night, and chilling drafts swept through the house. No matter how tightly I sealed the windows and doors, the mansion had a heartbeat, a pulse that quickened when darkness fell. One evening, as I sifted through dusty old books in the study, I stumbled upon a tattered journal hidden in the back of an ornate cabinet. It belonged to a previous owner of the house, a man named Edgar Blackthorn. His entries spoke of an insatiable curiosity that mirrored my own, an obsession with unraveling the secrets of the mansion. As I delved deeper into the journal, the entries grew darker. Edgar described witnessing grotesque apparitions that prowled the halls at night, their twisted forms haunting his every waking moment. He wrote of voices that whispered forbidden knowledge, of rooms that shifted and rearranged themselves like pieces of a malevolent puzzle. The journal reached its chilling climax when Edgar penned his final entry. He spoke of an otherworldly portal hidden within the mansion, a gateway to a realm of darkness and despair. He had dared to open it, driven by a madness that consumed him, and the horrors he unleashed had scarred him for life. My own obsession deepened as I read those words. I had to find the portal, to witness the horrors that lay beyond. Edgar's journal became my guide, leading me through the house's labyrinthine corridors, revealing hidden passages and secret chambers I had never known existed. As I delved deeper into the mansion's secrets, the supernatural occurrences intensified. The air grew colder, and the whispers that once lingered on the edge of hearing grew louder and more sinister. I became consumed by a maddening desire to unlock the portal, to peer into the abyss. One fateful night, I found it, a concealed chamber beneath the house, accessed through a trap door hidden in the basement. Inside, I discovered a circle of ancient symbols etched into the floor, and in the center, a shimmering, obsidian black void that defied all logic. It was the portal Edgar had written about, a doorway to an unknown realm. With trembling hands, I reached out to touch the portal, and a surge of energy coursed through my veins. It was as if I had awakened a dormant power within the house itself. The portal pulsed and quivered, and a sensation of dread washed over me. That's when I saw them, twisted, nightmarish forms emerging from the portal, their eyes empty, voids of malevolence. They reached out with gnarled claw-like hands, their grotesque fingers inches from my throat. In that moment, I knew I had made a grave mistake. I had unleashed a horror that I could not control. With all my strength, I pushed myself away from the portal and slammed the trapdoor shut, sealing the otherworldly creatures within the hidden chamber. The mansion trembled as if in agony, and the whispers grew into a cacophony of tormented voices. The house on Blackthorn Lane had become a prison, a nexus of unspeakable evil, and I had become its unwitting warden. In the days that followed, I sought to undo the darkness I had unleashed. I scoured Edgar's journal for any clue, any hint of a way to seal the portal for good. But the creatures within grew more powerful, their presence seeping through the very walls of the house. My mind began to fray as I heard their sinister laughter in my dreams, as their shadows danced at the edge of my vision. The mansion itself seemed to conspire against me, its rooms shifting and distorting, leading me further into its nightmarish depths. As I write this account, I can feel the portal's pull growing stronger, its hunger for release insatiable. I fear that one day, it will consume me entirely, and I will become a part of the horrors that dwell within. My only hope is that someone, someday, will stumble upon this tale and heed its warning. Stay far away from the house on Blackthorn Lane, for it is a place of unspeakable darkness, a mansion of malevolent mysteries that should never be unraveled.